I just want to thank my dear friend Niffbi again for animating that trailer because, oh my gosh, I have never had an actually animated project before. This is so cool, thank you. And also thank you to the other collaborators that were involved in the audio of this. Thank you to Vinster, Minster, Ceph, the MSM samples pack as a whole, very helpful just in general. If you don't know that exists, go check that out. Me, a 99999. And Sophiestrawberry, of course. Thank you all so much. Please everyone go check all those people out and go check out the samples pack because samples pack very helpful. Those people all very lovely. What is Monster Mongrove Waves? So Monster Mongrove Waves is essentially like a reset. I mentioned before that Monster Mongrove as you know it is canceled, and what that meant was soft reset. Is that the right term? I'm unsure. Point is, it's reset. The song's gonna be similar, but essentially the sound's gonna be better. And pretty much all the sounds are changing, but there will be like a few here and there that'll stay the same. But the vast majority will be changing. Also more voice actors. Thank you to everyone who is collaborating with me. So let's talk about like the lore of this island because that is one of the things that was scrapped. In the original, it essentially fell out of the sky and no. No. So in the new lore, like you saw in the trailer, it's just been discovered in the living ocean by Tweedle. I will also confirm that it does have connections to both the Unity Tree and the World Tree. How does the Monster Mongrove work in Monster Mongrove Waves? So as the name implies, it works in waves. Very similar to Amber Island, you can only buy monsters when they're available in a wave. However, there is more to it than that, and this is where it splits from Amber Island. I feel like the Book of Monsters is a very underutilized feature in the game. So, not only do you have to wait for the monster to be available in its corresponding wave, but you also have to have discovered it on at least one island. I'm not going to set some cruel goal of, oh, you have to discover on every island it's on. You only have to discover each monster once. So once the two criteria sort of meet each other where you have the monster discovered and it is available in a current wave, you'll be able to buy it. However, it's not available in the market as the market is just simply not something that's on this island. Instead, in its place will be the Boat of Discovery, and this has been on the image since update 13. It's a little boat in the bottom left corner here. You simply tap on the structure and you can buy the monster for 5 treats. It costs 5 treats because I want it to be cheap, but also in universe, it's a journey to get there. The monsters are gonna get hungry on the way, you know? Since monsters become available upon being discovered, and they are so cheap, you can only place down one of each monster. And this is simply because they produce currency here. As per the specifics of what currency, or even which currencies, I can't tell you, I don't know. It would take too long to think about, like, how to balance that, so. Rares and epics would probably be available on here, but I'm not going to include them in the image because there's not really much need to because they don't make a unique sound besides Rare Ball Box and Epic Ball Box, which I will be including. Unlike Teleportation Islands, where it's about the individual monster you're teleporting, Monster Mongrove is more about species rather than individuals. This means that, for example, if you discover Mammott on Plant Island, your Plant Island Mammott won't disappear to arrive at Monster Mongrove as you have discovered Mammoths as a species. And that's what the Monster Mongrove is about, uniting every single monster species that is available. To account for the time period in which monsters are available, as well as the sheer amount of monsters, there's no inventories for any monsters. They're just instantly woken up. Wellbox, Wellblins, Celestials, Amber Island exclusive, they're just instantly woken up. Also, due to the sheer amount of monsters, I will not be doing indications for this island. I'm sorry, there's just too many. I can't. I don't even like doing it for other islands just because it's not fun to me. So this would be absolute torture and nearly impossible with the editing software I use. Please forgive me for not indicating all over like 200 monsters. Alright, so moving on from lore and mechanics, I have just some miscellaneous stuff to talk about here. So I'm still looking for voice actors for a lot of the monsters, actually. So if you do a good impression of any monsters, just feel free to list them in the comments. Also, like, tell me your Discord or Twitter or Instagram, heck, even Facebook Messenger. I'm very down to do collabs with anyone who can do a good impression, really. Wave 1, and I'd imagine a lot of the first few waves, are gonna be a bit shorter than the full song eventually will be. That's just because otherwise there's gonna be a bunch of silence. So just like in game, any verses that don't have any monsters playing currently are just gonna be skipped over. The island is called Unidry. It is something either outside of or in between a colossal or a titan. Having fed the celestial streets, it has a special reaction because this type of monster is very unique, so it makes them grow up a few years, which puts them in sort of a teen state between their baby and adult forms, so as sort of a mid-ground between My Singing Monsters and Dawn of Fire. The island is planned to wake up, but I cannot say when, and there is something special about it, but I will not say what yet. Mongrove canonically has no unique looking critter. Its critters are simply every single critter from every other island, and anytime a new island is added and there is a new critter, it will also be added to this, and they just simply pop out one at a time from the leaves, as the song is long and there are plenty of critters, so I think it would work out quite fine, and there's no need for this to have a unique critter because it's about unity, so everything being here makes sense. Okay, that is all. Thank you for joining. I'm so sorry for having this take forever. Goodbye!